I'm ProfessorPrizm, and I'm rejoining our conversations from an earlier day in time. And there are certain variables that I have not previously or even at another time shared with you that I would very much like to share with you at this time, if you would permit me to do so. I could do that right now with you, and you know, it would just be just a good time for the two of us and to share together this time of interest. And there are certain things that maybe you don't know, and I can share those with you as well, because I know all those things that you don't know. If I told you recently, it's another extraordinary view. I've had these particular spectacles for nearly, I'm thinking 15 to 20 years. That's a very long time for spectacles. And these days, these are Flex. The Flex brand, they have a memory metal. Now, what the memory metal is all about, if I understand the chemistry of it and the physics of it all appropriately and correctly, memory metal is a metal that, for all intents and purposes, right? For all intents and purposes, has a memory, can remember things about you. It remembers the shape of your face. It remembers the depth of your eye sockets. It remembers the width of your nose. It also remembers the texture of your eyebrows. It's got a vast memory. That's why we call it memory metal. And it returns to its previous shape based on what it remembers about your face. Now, as I have in a previous episode shared with you concerning my spectacles, you see this particular part right here. It's the shrink stuff. I've shrinkened it, and I have shrunkened it, and now it is called my eyeglass spectacle bridge that has been shrunken. Now, oh, where were we? It doesn't really matter, because we're talking about this memory metal and it remembering. Now, the problems that are associated with genius perspective and unique characteristics of the facial tissue and bone structure, which I actually have, and very few people can compete, as you understand and see. Compare with me. It's just rare that you find another specimen quite like me, though my family is very unique, and I hope to introduce more of them to you. Pardon me one moment. I sometimes drool and dribble, and that's just a part of the fluids that are associated with rapid thinking and speech. So it's a lubricant, really. It's a lubricant that allows my tongue and teeth to chime together and produce such a wondrous symphony of sounds and intelligent remarks. Now, this memory metal that we're talking about and discussing here and all, because my face sometimes transforms and reshapes itself, as you might see in different perspectives here. And, well, golly gee, look at that. That is someone, I for some reason, I'm terribly appreciative of the beauty within this forehead of mine. But anyway, and as my face reshapes, the glass spectacles, including the lenses, are forced to remember and to reshape themselves based on the structures of my face and bones and the whole beautiful, shall we say, it's a beautiful thing. It's like a symphony. Have I used that word recently? It's a beautiful word. But it's not only like a symphony, it's like a collage. It's like a masterpiece of some sort, an artistic masterpiece. And so it is very important that my spectacles are able to adjust themselves with memory capabilities. And so these are this memory metal allows me to function at a much higher level and be able to see at the same time. So, have I told you that sometimes my feet get cold? They do. I don't know why that is. It could be the poor circulation. It could be other things. Is there something going on in the background? Well, that's little Aaron. He's spending the night at a friend's house tonight. He's preparing for that at this very moment. Ooh, he is very... There he goes. There he goes, ladies and gentlemen. That the body of his... And you will notice, I think you can notice that on that piece of clothing that he has right below his breastplate... He's a Carolina fan, and that's it. And everyone of any intelligence understands that a Carolina fan is. There's only one Carolina. There's the Carolina, as in North Carolina, and then there's Little Carolina or Luke Carolina, which is the southern section. That was removed from the northern section of history. If my history is correct, that the North rejected that area and the folks of that area, and so drew a line on the map. And when that was taking place, then they were separated, and from that time on, it was officially known as Carolina, as in the University of North Carolina. And then there's, of course, there's other schools and things, and there's the Duke University, and they have some high quality academics, but you know what they say about Duke. It stinks. So, but I don't want to go there, and I refuse to speak of such things on an academic level. But what I need to do is I need to transport my son on the hovercraft that I have parked in the garage, and I will return to you shortly. Thank you. There it goes again. Sometimes I get a shiver and I just have to shiver. And thank you very much. I'm going to sign off at this time. If I can locate my mouse and move into the perspective place, and I'll see you later.